Another day, another story. In the early 2000s, there was a man named Mark who had a passion for technology and a knack for hacking. He started his career as a security consultant, but soon found himself drawn to the dark side of the internet.
Over the years, Mark became one of the most notorious hackers in the world.
He specialized in stealing large amounts of money from banks and financial institutions. He would break into their computer systems and transfer millions of dollars into offshore accounts under false names. But Mark was always careful. He never took too much from any one institution and always covered his tracks. He became so good at what he did that he amassed a fortune of over $1 billion. But Mark's luck eventually ran out. One day, he made a mistake and left a digital fingerprint that led the authorities straight to him. Realizing he was about to be caught, Mark fled the country and disappeared. For years, Mark lived a life of luxury on his stolen fortune. He traveled the world, bought expensive cars and houses, and even started his own tech company. But he was always looking over his shoulder, afraid that the authorities would catch up to him. And then one day, it happened.
Mark was caught trying to enter a country that had an extradition treaty with the United States.
He was arrested and extradited back to the US to face charges of theft and fraud. The trial was long and complicated, but in the end, Mark was found guilty and sentenced to 25 years in prison. His stolen fortune was seized by the government and returned to the banks and financial institutions he had stolen from.
Mark's story serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of greed and the consequences of breaking the law.
While he may have lived a life of luxury for a time, in the end, he lost everything and spent the rest of his life behind bars. Mark's downfall was a shock to many who knew him. He was once known as a brilliant mind in the tech industry, and his success as a security consultant earned him a reputation for being trustworthy and reliable. But his obsession with money and his desire for a luxurious lifestyle had ultimately led him down a path of destruction. Despite the severity of his crimes, some sympathized with Mark. They argued that the institutions he stole from were already wealthy and that his actions were merely a form of Robin Hood-style redistribution of wealth. Others saw him as a victim of a system that rewards greed and excess. Regardless of one's opinion of Mark, there was no denying the impact he had on the world. His thefts had caused financial chaos for many institutions, and his capture sent shockwaves through the tech industry. It was a reminder that no one was invincible and that even the most sophisticated security measures could be breached by determined hackers. Mark's story also served as a warning to others who might be tempted to follow in his footsteps. It was a reminder that the consequences of criminal activity could be severe and long-lasting. Mark's legacy was not one of success and wealth, but of caution and warning to others who might be tempted to pursue a life of crime. In the end, Mark spent the rest of his life behind bars, reflecting on the choices that led him down a path of destruction. His thefts had cost him everything, and he had learned the hard way that crime never pays. Thank you again for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll be sharing more helpful videos and information to help you stay safe and secure.